Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my review of Battlefield 6. It's been 12, 13 days. The game have came out. I have been enjoying every single minute of it. The multiplayer aspect, you know, y'all about to know my review of the campaign aspect. And you know what? Since this is a multiplayer experience, by the end, you also will know my multiplayer experience. And I'm gonna be honest. First thing y'all gotta see, I put in 86 hours into this game, and that's obviously not the campaign. The campaign was only like 6 hours long. So basically, I put 80 hours into this game. So my review for Battlefield will be valid. First thing you know is since I'm also here, y'all hear that theme? EA, Battlefield Studios, DICE. Who do y'all got cooking up in the studio making this theme? Oh, dum. Oh yeah. Battlefield 6, ladies and gentlemen. Now, what I was gonna do, I was gonna play the multiplayer because I gotta do some challenges. Hey, if y'all grinding Battlefield, y'all know these challenges ain't nothing to play with. But since I'm here, I want to flex on y'all. Your boy completed all the weapon challenges. I'm about to complete all of my class challenges. So really, all I need is to finish the initiation, which is just these two right over here, right, and then as well as just play these game modes. So yeah, your boy been grinding the multiplayer aspect, but let me keep it straightforward. It's for the multiplayer. So what we're actually gonna do is I'm actually gonna play the campaign while I'm doing my review. We're gonna play on the hardest difficulty, hardcore. We're gonna keep the shit rolling. We're gonna skip the cutscenes. And without further ado, let's get straight to it. So the first thing I want to talk about Battlefield 6 um, is the story. Let's just go ahead and jump right into it. The story. Now the story wasn't nothing to go crazy about. It didn't have the story like how Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4 even had. And to be honest, even I thought Battlefield Hardline story was amazing. Even going back to the old classic World Wars, like Battlefield 1, I'll say, also had a okay, like good story. I don't know about Battlefield 5 though. I think Battlefield 5 was more of a you do a list of missions and you get to experience the experience the memories of different people from different parts of the world, something like that. Unless that was Battlefield 1, I might get it, but I haven't played Battlefield 1 in a minute. But so yeah. Now with Battlefield 6, um, golly, look at this explosion. Now with Battlefield 6, I'll say the game was kind of mediocre when it comes to the story. I'm gonna be honest, I couldn't really follow the story until maybe like got into the middle of the mission, like middle of the game of my playthrough. Then I kind of understand what the story was going about. Um, because like with that being said, and then I know what happened at the end where it turns out. By the way, there's gonna be a spoiler, so if you haven't played the campaign, um, sorry that you're about to get spoiled. You might want to skip 2, 3 minutes ahead. If you don't care about the story and you're just here for the multiplayer experience, well then, I'm gonna let you know what happens in the story. So you end up getting betrayed by your own team member, and turns out that she as Mills was kind of behind the whole process. She summoned a secret team, unsanctioned team to get rid of, I believe it's called PAX. That's the people we're playing against or going against PAX. And some shit happened where a mission kind of went bad. And with that being said, she was the fall for it since she's the one who gave the order. And with her giving the order, you know, she's a traitor, and we had to keep her in. At the beginning, I think this was just like an intro scene to Battlefield. You play as Murphy, Dylan Murphy, as you can see at the bottom left hand corner. And I have my own team. I was the captain of my own team. But just like in the warfare. Some shit didn't go right, and my team ended up gonna get slimed out of all this. So yeah, I think this is a little intro scene. That's why I was like, I don't know about the beginning, but I know in the next mission, that's when the story will start to kick up. Because then you'll see Dylan Murphy with alongside his new team talking to Mills about, how she's involved. Or yeah. But it turns out what we saw, they knew how she was involved because that took place after we completed defeated the final boss. Quote unquote final boss, the final mission, whatever you want to call it. But we as a viewer, we didn't know that, which reminds me of something they did in Battlefield 3, where at the beginning it shows you chasing some random guy for whatever reason. We don't know the reason, but he slimed out our guy some way in shape or form, or betrayed our main character. And then all of a sudden we go back into the past and start playing it for real. And then we didn't know what happened until we played the mission, we played the game, and until we get to the end of the game, now we know why we had to chase down our guy. So they kind of did the same aspect as that, but it didn't really hit the same. So from the story aspect, I'll give it a simple 5 out of 10. Yeah, 5 out of 10. So that's it for the story. Now on for another. Uh, the gameplay. The gameplay is truly amazing, ladies and gentlemen. Let's be honest. The gameplay is truly amazing. I have never got this immersed into a game since Ghost of Yote, which was literally like 14 days ago. Other than that, never has been immersed in a game like this, bro. The missions I be playing make me feel like I'm in real ass war. Let's be honest. I feel like I'm out here fighting for my life. Not only my life, I'm fighting for my team's life, for my team's sake, etc., etc. Right? This game is truly amazing, and EA, Battlefield Studios, Dice, even Frostbite. I know y'all do. I know Frostbite is the reason why this game looking as crispy and clean as it is right now. Because of y'all did a phenomenal job in Battlefield 6. Definitely way better than Battlefield 2042. Y'all did y'all things. Y'all did y'all big ones. Shout out to y'all, man. So honestly, I'm about to get a gameplay a 10 out of 10, bro. Especially even though this is a campaign review, the multiplayer aspect, oh my god. Sometimes you can be having some cinematic Battlefield moments, bro. So yeah, gameplay 10 out of 10. Ain't nothing else to say. Let's keep it pushing. Graphically, I already kind of commented on that. Graphically, game is also beautiful. Like I said, it's still by Frostbite. Frostbite and my knowledge have been making almost every made almost or have made every single Battlefield graphically. I mean, they made Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 3 was amazing. And so I think ever since then, yeah, this game really been something, bro. I'm gonna be honest. They did their thing. So graphically amazing. I love it. I'm gonna give it another 10 out of 10. Um um missions. I'll talk about the missions. Actually, even though you might think the mission kind of tied in with the story, but when I was playing these missions, my favorite mission is the night vision mission. Maybe because I'm a stealth type of guy, and so that kind of brought me some stealth aspect into the game. Um, so yeah, I'll say I actually pretty like the missions, especially how kind of like action packed they are. Um, Not only they're kind of action packed, but you don't know what you can get. I see there was a common theme in every mission I played, bro. No mission is never easy. We never got a get in, get out type of situation. You know what I mean? There's never a get in, get out situation. It was more of a okay, we're about to evacuate. Get to that chopper now. Boom, 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 boom. Oh no, a rocket. No, there goes our ride. Now we gotta fight some more and blah blah blah. I'm like, damn, bro, we can't. Tank has no break, but I get it. I bet that's exactly what they. That's exactly your real life, man. But I mean, like not like, but I mean, like they can't give us like one mission where we can like get out and like quick and easy. Every mission we played had a complication. Helicopter shooting down. Like I'm like, damn. Okay, EA, Battlefield. All right, see where this goes. Um, no, so yeah, that was that. But missions, I'll give the missions actually an 8 out of 10. They did good with the missions. Um, playing this campaign, I don't know what features they were going to add, but if I hold, I guess I can't do it now since this is the beginning of the mission. But I can command my team to start shooting. So really, like obviously, if I just press L1, you know, any guys are sitting in the area, they'll mark them. It was good for recon purposes too. If you don't know where every single person is, especially there we go. See, we got some enemies, and now we're able to shoot them. Am I able to shoot my own teammates? Oh wow. Okay, if I shoot my own teammates, I'm basically the damage referred to myself. Okay. When I play this game, I played it on recon. What recon? I played it on easy, not easy, medium, regular. There you go. Thing was called regular. So me playing the hardcore, I'm just doing this for the challenges. I got to beat the game in hardcore, and then eventually I gotta go out and find every collectible so I can get every skin, et cetera, et cetera. Um, but yeah, gameplay features. You see how I mean, obviously, if y'all play Battlefield, y'all know there's 4 different classes. They got all 4 different classes, and they actually all do the same thing. So with my recon, scouts the enemies. Support obviously heals or gives me heals or give me ammo. And then we got engineer if something needs to get fixed, et cetera, et cetera. I like how every mission you literally play different class, I would say, or you have all those classes with you, so you can basically play like how you're supposed to play in multiplayer. But people don't get that, in multiplayer people be doing their own thing. Also, one feature I did forgot to mention is the revive feature. So when you're playing on an easier difficulty, you tend to have more revives, right? But and then if you play on the harder difficulty, you literally have no revive. So if you're someone who like dies a lot, guess what? In this game, you're not down. You're not you're down, but you're not out. And I love that feature. Um, and I believe this is actually the first Battlefield to ever implement that. So the fact that you have that, I thought was pretty cool. Um, and look, and also even your teammates can go down. So not only you can go down, but they can go down as well. You know what? The versatile of weapons. Let's talk about that. They dropped a lot of versatility in weapons. I'm gonna be honest. Um, Now this is kind of going on to the multiplayer aspect, but also, since we're in campaign, we do have um we do have these weapons, so it still kind of go quote unquote with each other. Um, so with these weapons, I don't know what's the number, how many weapons they dropped in the game, but just know there's a lot for you to choose from. Especially, you can add some stupid ass attachments. Like for when I was going into like weapon customization and weapon creating, you can put a whole sniper scope on an SMG. Why would you do that? I don't know, but doing stuff like this is really versatile for the community. Because then think about it. Like, what if that's actually meta? Like, if that's actually meta, you know, people can try it, and I might have to try it myself one day. But we'll see. We'll see. Talk about it. Let's get a sidetrack. This is the first mission, right? I have no bullets in my main weapon. I'm out here using a pistol, bro. Out here just peeking at people. And my niggas getting slimed out left and right. This is honestly a good first mission. Look, look at this nigga. Why would you do that? And the nigga get headshotted. Bang, bang. And now I gotta defend this side while my team can defend the right side. Like, yo. And then, oh my gosh. Now I'm just by myself. Is this not a great first mission? And then it goes, and then at that point it ended. You know what? I'm gonna let y'all. Matter of fact, hold on. I'm gonna let y'all watch this. Let's go. Let's go back and hear the audio.
Blake, Martinez. I'm on your six, guys. Wait for me.
And after all that, I'm the one that gets saved. Can you fucking believe it? My niggas got slimed out, and I thought I was about to get slimed out next. And it turns out
We gotta go, you
we end up getting saved at the last minute. Then they just show Battlefield 6. This was a good first mission. I want more of this. But anyway, so what do I rank Battlefield among my top three battlefields that I just mentioned? Battlefield 3, 10 out of 10. Battlefield 4, 9 out of 10. Battlefield Hardline, 8 out of 10. So where do the Battlefield 6 ranking come into play? This game, ladies and gentlemen, I'll say Battlefield 6. The campaign is definitely an 8 out of 10. But not just an 8 out of 10. I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10 because Battlefield 6 is definitely better than Battlefield Hardline. So Battlefield Hardline is an 8, Battlefield 6 is an 8.5. And that's just the campaign aspect. If I want to give the multiplayer aspect, this will be my multiplayer review. I'm gonna wrap it up in a quick 2-3 minutes. Me and my friend Walter, shout out Walter, we've been grinding Battlefield 6 every single day when it comes out. Multiplayer, 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 grinding weapons, challenges, etc., etc., etc. Right? Um, this game is crazy. The experience we experience in this game cannot get in any other game. Not even Call of Duty can give out this great A experience, right? Not even Call of Duty can give us this grade A experience. I mean, y'all see it, y'all saw it. Your boy put 86 hours into the game. That's 6 hours of campaign, 80 hours of nothing but straight multiplayer. I am a level 60 into the game. Um, I thought level 100 was the max level. I literally just saw somebody being at level 134. How did he get there? I have no clue. This dude must have used every single battle pass token he ever had. Even I haven't even used my XP token. I'm gonna wait for season one. So when the battle pass comes out, you know, and I'm pretty sure this last bar is for your battle pass XP. So I'm gonna be honest, I'm definitely gonna get that battle pass. I have to. For season one, I have to. The game is truly amazing. The challenges that's the hardest right now is get air assist or not get assist or destroy aircraft. And since I'm here, question to all the pilots, really jet pilots, but even regular pilots, helicopter pilots, I got one thing that I want y'all to answer. And comment down below if you fit this criteria. What the fuck is wrong with you niggas, bro? Respectfully so. Y'all see the challenges we gotta do as an engineer. Destroy 50? How come it can't be 25? The reason I say 25 because I'm at 24. So then I would have been like, oh, I got one more to go. 50 aircraft? And the thing is, every time I shoot at y'all niggas, y'all act like y'all Top Gun Mavericks. Let's talk about it. Let's tell me, am I not wrong here? Why is everybody a Top Gun Maverick when I'm playing the game? But when I get into a jet, when I get in a jet, oh no, I crash in like 5 seconds. Why is that? Why is that? What class are y'all doing? Comment down below. What class do I need to take? Do I need to watch Top Gun Maverick 5 more times so I can fly like them? Like, what do you want me to do? Y'all see the challenge? I gotta destroy 50 of y'all. And 50 of y'all want to be Top Gun Mavericks. Oh my God. Bro, you know what? Since we're talking about it, I'm about to call out my friend Walter. No, 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 no. Tell me why, Walter. Oh my gosh. Tell me why my friend Walter gets into a helicopter. He said, "Hey, Dave, how about you come ride with me? We can take down these helicopters." I'm like, "All right, bet." I get into a helicopter. 5 seconds later, that shit blows up. I'm like, "There's no way, bro." And the thing is, he killed himself. They didn't kill him. He killed himself. I was like, "Ain't no way you sold me, bro." Like, I'm already wasting my KD. I don't need you wasting my KD. And then he was like, "All right, that was a fluke. That was a fluke. How for me one more time?" I get into a helicopter with him again. That's what ended up happening. He gets shot down. He is not a Top Gun Maverick. He is not a Top Gun Maverick, bro. What y'all be doing? I'll be shooting a rocket at y'all. Y'all use our anti missiles, right? Or anti flares, whatever you want to call it. How about what if the anti flares don't work, right? Y'all will fly under the radar, close to the ground, as close as possible, and I can't even track onto y'all. Like, are y'all serious? And then I want to talk about the people where if I do hit them, right before your helicopter blows up, y'all telling me y'all jump out the helicopter? What are we doing that at? What happened to the captain don't go down, or what happened to the captain goes down with their ship? What happened to that? Is that not a thing in Battlefield? Oh my gosh. But even though these challenges are hard as fuck, and don't get me wrong, sometimes when you're repairing vehicles, that shit do not work. It will start like it was working, and then it'll cancel it immediately. You got some bugs, but season one is like 4 days away as I'm recording this video. Probably 3 days, because I'm thinking about posting this video tomorrow. Um, yeah, yeah. This game is truly amazing, bro. Like you cannot get this experience anywhere else. And I love it. I love it, ladies and gentlemen. I said I was gonna wrap this up in 2, 3 minutes. I think that should turn to an extra 6 minutes, but it's understandably so. My multiplayer ranking game, multiplayer, Battlefield 6 multiplayer, is definitely a 9 out of 10, bro. Like, you don't get this experience anywhere else other than Battlefield. And I'm truly mean that by the bottom of my heart. EA, Battlefield Studios, DICE, Frostbite. This is amazing. Bring back the franchise. From going from 2042 to Battlefield 6, y'all did y'all thing, bro. Y'all honestly did y'all thing. And ranking Battlefield as a whole, if the campaign was an 8.5, the multiplayer is a 9 out of 10. Um, this whole game, I'll say, is definitely a 9 out of 10. All right. Young Squad, I hope you enjoy the review. Comment down below if you agree or disagree, or if I missed any aspects that you like about Battlefield that I didn't mention. Comment down below as well. And ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you in the next one. Young Squad, I love y'all. Young D is out of here. Deuces.